In the dead silence of night, a Korean girl entered the gym alone. She wore almost nothing, but her eyes burned with rage, not fear. A man stared at her with disgust, then kicked her hard, throwing her to the ground. The coach nearby laughed, enjoying the scene. But the girl didn't back down. She stood up and punched the coach right in the face. She was the only girl in that testosterone-filled gym, but she wasn't scared. The coach didn't stop others. Instead, he encouraged them to harass her. But the girl didn't care. She wasn't leaving. She wanted to grow stronger. She wanted revenge for her father's death. A year ago, just after her birthday, her father suddenly disappeared. He was labeled a wanted criminal. Wherever she went, plainclothes officers followed her. At school, bullies teased her constantly. No one stood by her. She was an outcast, marked by her father's past. Even in school activities, she was ignored. One teacher even suggested she should drop out. Heartbroken, she returned to class, only to find chalk dust scattered all over her desk. Her rage snapped. She stood up to the bullies and beat down 3 of them, alone. Then the school's top thug came at her with a knife, but she didn't flinch. She disarmed him with ease and threw him across the room. Everyone stared in fear. This wasn't a girl anymore. She was a storm. The class went silent. Just then, the teacher entered, but the girl was done. She removed her school badge, handed it over, and walked out. Outside, she saw the same undercover cops still watching her. In rage, she shattered their car window. Then she ran home. At her doorstep, there was a gift. She kicked it aside in anger. Suddenly, her phone rang. It was her father, calling to wish her happy birthday. But she screamed, "Why did you leave us alone?" After the call ended, her father realized his mistake. He returned home quietly, hoping to make it up to her. But the undercover cops saw him. Without hesitation, he knocked one out with 2 punches and locked the other in the car. He picked up the gift and walked to the door. As he tried unlocking it, a plainclothes officer came from behind. The girl peeked through the peephole and saw her father. She rushed to the door, but fate had other plans. The door lock jammed. As her father turned the key, bang, a gunshot echoed. The bullet hit his chest. Gasping, he broke the key off inside the lock. When the girl finally opened the door, it was too late. Her father lay still, lifeless. At his funeral, a few men in black suits arrived. One of them lit a cigar and walked away without a word. The girl went to the police, but they mocked her. Who cares about a dead criminal? She looked at her father's cold body and wept. At the funeral, she begged gangster boss Choi for help. Instead, he slapped her. "This life isn't for you," he said. She returned home, broken. The broken key at her doorstep haunted her. Suddenly, a loud knock. She looked through the peephole, another man in black. She froze. But then, remembering her father, she gathered courage and ran after him. The man fled in a car. She announced a reward to find the killer, but some thugs betrayed her for money. They lured her to a remote place and tried to assault her. She resisted, but they knocked her out and locked her in a car trunk. When she woke up, she was in a dark warehouse. Just then, Choi appeared. He rescued her and took her to the port. He warned her, "This path only leads to death." But she didn't care. "I don't care if I die. I'll avenge my father," she said. Choi was impressed. He brought her to his boxing gym, full of violent, beast-like men. She began training, but everyone mocked her. They kicked her, denied her water, and tried to take advantage behind her back. She didn't give up. When they stopped her from training in the day, she trained alone at night. She wanted strength, at any cost. Choi saw her effort. Maybe he started caring for her, or maybe her courage moved him. He began training her himself. "You okay? Today's training was good. You've got the fire, but not the strength yet," he said. She worked even harder. Then came a brutal boxing tournament. No friends, just enemies. Only the last one standing would win. Men fought like beasts. But the girl, she fought smart. She was no less than them. A fierce boxer named Long Hair defeated everyone. While he celebrated, the girl struck him from behind and knocked him out cold. Long Hair couldn't accept being beaten by a girl. He planned revenge. He spiked her water bottle again. After showering, she drank the water and collapsed. Long Hair and his gang came to harass her. She resisted. A nearby urn broke. She grabbed a sharp piece and slashed Long Hair's arm. Then she escaped. Long Hair chased her with a hammer, but Choi's manager stopped him. Choi punished Long Hair. He disfigured his face and threw him out. The girl looked at her bruised body and broken bones. Tears welled in her eyes. Choi gave her a new identity and handed her a gun. "Your father's killer is in the police station," he said. She infiltrated the station, pretending to be one of them. There she learned the truth. Her boss, Bloodhead, was the one who killed her father. She didn't react. She kept calm and started gathering evidence in secret. One day, an emergency mission was announced. All officers had to submit their phones and take weapons and vests. The target? Choi Jung-moo. Yes, the same Choi who trained her. She saw surveillance cameras at his hideout. Someone in the gang was leaking info to police. She wanted to warn Choi, but her phone was with the station. The cops planned to catch Choi during a drug deal. The girl secretly disabled the boat's electrical system. Suddenly, gunshots echoed. Chaos erupted. Choi's men burned the evidence and escaped. Choi barely got away. Bloodhead was furious. He suspected there was a spy inside the force. He ordered a search through everyone's belongings, but found nothing. Later, the girl secretly called Choi and told him, "There's a traitor in your gang." Choi gave a single order: destroy all the cameras. Longhair wasn't done yet. He planned a new attack. He stormed Choi's gym and broke his brother's hand. The girl arrived and saw Choi's brother taken into a police car. Her heart sank. Everything was falling apart. Choi vowed revenge on Longhair. The girl tried to find clues about her father's killer, but nothing came up. Choi went to a temple to pay respect to fallen comrades. The girl saw him there and quietly walked away. On her way back, she ran into Bloodhead and his right-hand man, Xiaozhou. Her cover was at risk. Meanwhile, Longhair was celebrating. He bragged about how he couldn't kill the girl. The police discovered that Longhair had attacked the gym. They realized he was once part of Choi's crew. Bloodhead decided to use Longhair as bait to trap Choi, but the girl found out and warned Choi in time. He narrowly escaped again. Bloodhead grew more suspicious. He was sure someone in the station was leaking info. He set a trap. The girl followed him and fell right into it. Xiaozhou confronted her. She barely escaped, jumping onto a moving truck. From there, she saw something shocking. Bloodhead was meeting Choi's brother. Her world spun. The betrayal ran deeper than she imagined. She decided to go after Longhair directly. She followed Longhair to an abandoned factory. But it was a trap. Longhair and his gang surrounded her. He attacked with a knife. She was badly wounded. Just when it seemed over, Xiaozhou appeared and saved her. But both of them were tied up and thrown into a crushing machine. Suddenly, Choi rammed his car into the machine, stopping it. He rescued both of them, just in time. The girl was rushed to the hospital. While recovering, the girl learned Xiaozhou had fallen for her. Choi wanted to send her overseas for safety, but she refused. She still had a mission: to avenge her father. One night, Longhair struck a deal with police to trap Choi. But things didn't go as planned. The girl had a nightmare. She was locked in a cage. Terrified, she woke up and grabbed her gun. To face her fear, she pulled the trigger. For the first time, she had killed a man. Choi captured Longhair, the traitor. They fought brutally. Longhair stabbed Choi. Just then, the girl appeared. Longhair was about to reveal her secret, that she had been a spy all along. Terrified, she shot him. Choi's brother arrived and helped her escape. She returned home, shaken by her first kill. There, she found a photo of her father among police officers. Everything she believed was about to change. She rushed to Choi and confessed the truth. Her father was not a gangster. He was an undercover cop collecting evidence against the gang, and Choi had exposed his identity. She had fallen for her father's killer. Rage filled her heart. She burned the gang tattoo off her skin. Xiaozhou took the wounded Bloodhead to the hospital. Choi's brother found out Bloodhead was alive. He attacked the girl, but she fought back and defeated him. To test her loyalty, Choi surrendered to the police station. But the girl had other plans. She stole the evidence and helped Choi escape. Now, the police were suspicious. They believed she was a mole. She ran away, heart pounding. Choi returned to find his brother's dead body. He now knew. The girl had learned the truth. She had turned against him. His love had become his enemy. Choi lost his mind. He ordered his men to capture her. They tied her up and threw her in a sack. They tried to drown her, but she didn't give up. She broke free, fought 3 men alone, and survived. In that moment, she realized the one she loved most was also her greatest enemy. Xiaozhou found her. He told her the truth. Her father had been a loyal cop. He had tried to stop her from going down this dark path. Xiaozhou handcuffed her to himself. He didn't want her to walk into death. Just then, Choi's men attacked. Together, they fought back and defeated them. Afterward, Xiaozhou took her to a quiet place by the sea. He tended to her wounds. That night, they stayed together, just once. 2 broken souls, united by pain. But peace wouldn't last long. Choi's assistant failed to kill the girl and was punished. Even he gave up on Choi. The girl and Xiaozhou went to the police to expose Choi. But then a man in black entered. He pointed a gun and shot Xiaozhou. She screamed. Her world collapsed. Tears streamed down her face as she held his dying body. She picked up his pistol, filled with rage and pain. This time she had nothing to lose. She stormed Choi's hideout alone. She didn't care if she lived or died. She wanted justice. She fought through a horde of gangsters. One by one they fell. Her hands bled, her body ached, but she didn't stop. Finally, she reached Choi. He stood there, calm and cruel. "You and your father were cowards," he sneered. She replied, "I just wanted peace with Xiaozhou. But you took that too." Their final fight began. Knife against fist, blood against blood. He beat her down again and again, but she kept getting up. Choi finally pointed a gun at her, but when he pulled the trigger, click, it was empty. She lunged forward and slashed his throat with her blade. Choi collapsed. The monster was dead. Her revenge was complete. But there was no joy, only silence. It was over. But the pain remained. The girl stood there, trembling, holding back tears. Everyone said Choi trusted his brothers too much. He never forgave betrayal, but in the end, betrayal came from the one he loved. He remembered old friends as he took his last breath. The girl disappeared after that night. No one knew where she went. Some say she left the country. Others say she joined the police like her father, but those who met her never forgot her eyes full of sorrow and fire. Sometimes revenge doesn't bring peace. Sometimes justice feels hollow. She got her revenge, but lost everything else. Love, family, dreams, all buried with Xiaozhou. But she never cried again. She walked forward, stronger, colder. She had nothing more to fear, because she had already faced death and survived. And from that fire, a warrior was born, one who would never bend again. So friends, this was the story of a girl who chose pain over escape, who lost her family, her love, and her peace just to honor her father's truth. If this story touched you even a little, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and support this new channel. Your support helps us bring more powerful stories to light. We'll meet again soon with another tale of grit and emotion. Till then, stay strong.